Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Herbert on the first play wants to pass it.
Complete to Ray. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
You look at this Raiders defense.
In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that, though. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Herbert now.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
At their own 49-yard line.
First carry of the game for Zamir White.
And fights through one man. Breaks through the contact. And he'll go down shy of 40 at the 41. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They go with White on the counter, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try to run for it with Barkley.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. The Charger drive about to get going.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
Throw left side complete. That's right. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. The coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning,
he's got him in. Complete.
Down to the 10.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Jalen Wright,
his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Chargers are on the board first here in Vegas. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker.
And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
This 2nd and 4. Opting to run again here with White.
They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
He'll get it here on the jet sweep.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
He finds his man complete. It's Peters. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
The Raiders at 5-3 now on the year. And they come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bowers. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 14. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
But he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. White will score. Touchdown, Raiders.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Herbert off of play action. He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Play action. It's Herbert.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 2. A toss out right to Gibbs.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Gibbs.
And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. Here now, 2nd and 4.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Wright's got it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Chargers have taken the lead.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that makes the score 14-7.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Peters. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chargers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's Herbert. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Here's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. That's right. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, That may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. To the right side and intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set them back on second. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
The Charger drive about to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. And the Raiders have got him. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot before break. Herbert.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Peters.
And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. You get the sense that they're saying, we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now back to throw. Flushed out right. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first. Back to throw again.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
That one out wide and intercepted. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, LA.
Jahmyr Gibbs
with career touchdown number 60.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And it's now 21-7.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
2nd and 14.
He'll drop to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
And Tommy Adebawore, the one who got in there for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Flush to his right. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the out man. And he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Trying the left side with Gibbs.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a 1st down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll get this one complete to Davis. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 4.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs
with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season.
And the Chargers take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They stay on the ground with White. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Chargers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now it's Herbert.
Finds Gibbs on the check down.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it.
Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it. Down to the 10.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. 2nd down and 6 now.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Herbert now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Herbert.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
2nd and 10.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Now a give, running left is right.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Looking left side, that's complete to Oliver. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
A short gain that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. They'll set up to throw.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Oh, This defense knows fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
They'll get the tight end Bowers involved there.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Chargers are going to get themselves a fresh set of downs here. Back to throw. Herbert. They'll roll him out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On the give, this is right.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. They snap it to Herbert. Yeah, he's got it. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Josh Oliver, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to over.
It's caught inside the 25.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
A big play there. 70 yards. downs.
And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
They're going to pass here with Herbert. Open man is Atwell, complete.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. He was out there waving his arms, and when you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Herbert off of play action.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches.
And he will have a Charger 1st down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And the connection not there. Incomplete.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
They'll try and throw for it.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Well, I don't think it takes much to crawl into their mind, right, why they went for two there, even though they were unsuccessful. With this type of a lead, what they're worried about, right, and less than 10 seconds on the clock, what they're worried about is just giving up the touchdown.
Yeah, on the kickoff return.
Yeah, so you go for it here to try and ensure yourself. Now they've got to make sure they cover it, otherwise they could actually lose.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one.
And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play. We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead holds at 8.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Chargers, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.